and exactly this time Russian truck passing by. I don't know, I'm just get lucky that
Ми з України.
Good evening from the really leafy, amazing city of Dnipro, Ukraine. This is Joe Lindsley with Ukrainian Freedom News. It's our Speak Freely podcast and our near daily war journal. This time we're on the road. I'm sitting at the Cafe Dollar, outdoor cafe. You can hear hopefully some of that activity. Despite the threats, life carries on here. I'm sitting here with two great people.
My name is Antonina.
And you are from Dnipro. You are Dnipriani.
Yes, I'm Dniprianka.
Dniprianka.
Yes.
And also,
yes, my name is Oleksiy. I'm from Mariupol city.
that carries a lot of weight just to hear those words. Being from Mariupol, you have quite an amazing story, and the things you've witnessed and done the past months are we want the world to hear it. But first, we should note that Oleksiy, you are a saxophone
Yes,
player.
I'm a saxophone player.
And so jazz is your
I'm jazz player.
and you also recently conducted
Yes, right now I'm in charge of two music ensembles, like
Combos.
One music combo and also conductor of jazz big band.
and you said you were playing for children every day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have everyday concerts.
Maybe first our concert was with support of Red Cross.
What could you tell us about Mariupol before the war? What was the city like? If you could describe it briefly as...
I mean, it was a very wonderful city. This city every year was better and better. It seems to me like exactly this city was this city was giving so much money to get this city so nice. This city has a lot of parks. Like when you're traveling, like when you're walking to the city, you're walking from one park to another park, and all these parks was so wonderful. It's a very comfortable city. Of course, this city has a big farm, big.
Industry.
Yeah, it's a very big
yeah.
industry region. Yes, but still, it's a very comfortable city to live.
And it's a seaside city.
Yes.
So there's a beach, and you would go to the beach in the summertime.
Yes,
or,
of course.
When the invasion happened, the full-scale invasion happened on February 24th, you were here in Dnipro, right?
Yes.
But your parents and your family and friends are still... What happened that day? When did you realize that... When did you realize that Mariupol was going to be under absolutely serious threat?
You know, Mariupol was almost 8 years under war already, so we didn't expect that it's gonna be like this. So
We think that it was like 8 years ago that like they only tanks and not bombing the city.
We got to explain to people. I think Mariupol borders the territory that Russian-backed forces have occupied for 8 years. How close was that territory to the city?
30 kilometers.
How often would you hear shellings from a distance these past 8 years? Was that a regular occurrence?
I mean, the last years it begins to be like not so far.
Less and less. Yeah.
Yes, less and less. But at the beginnings of the war, it was very often.
So you were used to that in a way.
I could hear and I could feel it because when we heard the explosions, I feel it by my head because it's like getting just getting down. Yes.
Yeah, you would
like squeezing.
Yeah, it's like the pressure of it in a way. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you said this year, I guess maybe about a week after February 24th, around 2nd of March, you were talking with your parents.
Yeah, it's the last time. I was talking to my parents. They said that they're already losing the power. They already has no water. So it's already begins. Some people start to be marauders. So they were already marauders. It's like,
looting and stealing.
Yeah.
so they already begins to be scared about future because Mariupol already in a circle, and they have no choice already to leave the city, so they didn't know what to expect.
On March 1st, did they have any idea that it was going to be like this on March 2nd, or we don't know.
Maybe they expected already, but already city was
too late.
Yeah.
So what did you decide to do?
I mean, my home. I live in apartments, and I live in a downtown of Mariupol city.
Your building was hit
Completely destroyed.
Where were your parents when that happened?
In our apartments.
So, how did they get out of this? What happened?
It's a story from my parents. They were inside of the flat. We live on the second floor. So Russian tanks started bombing.
Tanks in the streets.
Yes. So exactly in my father's apartment.
Yeah.
They shoot exactly in this place. My father was inside, so they were hiding in a second. How it's called?
Closet or a hallway or?
I mean, it's inside the buildings, but стена.
Corridor.
Wait for corridor.
Sorry.
Я тоже не помню.
By the way, while you're looking that up, the trees in this city are very beautiful.
In the second wall, sorry. In the second wall.
The second wall.
Yeah, so the first wall was completely destroyed. Second wall, saved them.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's hard to say the save because after explosions, my parents lost the no, not lost
Vision.
the vision. So they can see now for 20% of ability of vision. So it's very. My father also get blood from the ears. Yes. Well, actually, I'm gonna begin with other things because when I decided to go to Mariupol, I know nothing about my parents. So 21st of March, I came to the closest city to Mariupol. It's called Mangush. I was just looking at Mariupol, first of all.
You could see it.
Yeah, I could see it, I could hear it, and I was trying to, it was so many explosions that I couldn't even count until 5 to be no explosions, without explosions. So it's like every 2 seconds, everything was. And on the Mariupol side, I was watching to the skies, it was completely in dust. So it's like black, everything. And I was spoke with my parents, with my friends, who I met in Mangush city, and they told me that exactly my district, when my parents live, exactly this district is a war line, so it's not possible to go inside. I came to Russian soldiers. I asked them can I go inside? They said it's not possible.
You went to Russian soldiers?
Yes.
Because the Russian soldiers are at this border.
Everywhere, yes.
Even in Mangush, you left Mangush
yes,
and you went?
Yes.
And as a Ukrainian, you walked up to Russian soldiers?
Ukrainian soldiers already disappeared after a city called Orekhov. It's very close to Zaporizhia. Yeah. After this, all the way around to Mariupol, it was just only Russian soldiers. I passed through approximately 35 checkpoints.
And when you passed through, you showed them your Ukrainian documents? And
yes, it was a very, very hard way because in every checkpoint I spent almost 40 minutes, 1 hour sometimes. They were checking my phone, they were getting off my clothes. I was naked completely, and it was a cold time. Yeah, so the way to Mariupol takes for me 2 days, but it's just.
Were there any other Ukrainians that you knew of going back into Mariupol?
Yes.
You were together?
Yes. And when I came to Mangush, I found out that it's not possible to go to my area. So I just took 7 people. I don't know them. I just took 7 people with a child and come back to Dnipro. After a while.
Oh, you took people that needed to evacuate.
Yes. Just I said to people like, who is gonna come to Dnipro, and they came to me. My decision was like childs and girls first. So I took a lot of childs. I mean, I packed my machine as much as
Filled
possible.
with kids.
Yes. And come back to Dnipro. After a while, some of my neighbors start to be online on the internet. I asked them about my parents. They said that our flats completely destroyed, and all people who was it's better to say another way. When Russians come to my apartments, they start bombing everything. So all apartments was in a fire. After a while, they finished bombing and said to everybody, you have just 4 minutes to get away from your apartments, and we're gonna continue with bombing. But some people already couldn't go out because everything was in the fire. So some people start to jump from the 8th floor, 9th floor, and of course they dead.
They're jumping. Oh, because
Yes.
the Russians would not let them leave through the
No,
stairs.
because of everything was already in a fire.
Right. Wow.
Yes. So
This is your building, or
Yes.
probably many buildings too.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
because of my parents was living in a 2nd floor, they get off from my apartment. They took my grandma, sorry, but they wasn't in a time. So Russians gave just 4 minutes, and they already 4 minutes passed. So they said, "Oh, we're gonna kill everybody, or you're just gonna leave your grandma here and run away." So they decided to leave grandma and go away because she's already 93 years old and she's barely walking.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a hard decision, but they made it. And when
And she grandmother stayed in the building.
she on the next day she dead. She was dead, and she was burned in the
Gravel.
gra-
Buried.
yes, buried in the country yard.
What was her name?
Tamara. Yes. So when I was coming to my city 2nd time, I still had no news about my parents. Just I had news from my neighbors that they was alive, but all my neighbors ran away fastly because my father had some issues with his legs, so he can't walk very fast. So he was behind. So 2nd time when I came to Mariupol city, I was thinking about, okay, if
2nd time of going through 30 different
Yes.
checkpoints, each one taking.
yes. When I 2nd time come to Mariupol, it's the very last checkpoints, Russian checkpoints. I already see the Mariupol city. In the very last checkpoints, Russian soldiers said to me that we are not gonna let you come in the city because city already closed for everybody. Nobody can go inside the city. So my decision was come back just 500 meters from the checkpoint, and I turn.
You're in a car.
Yes,
You're
on
in
the
your
car. And also Russian soldiers said to me if we're gonna meet you again, we're gonna shoot you.
Listen, what?
Yes. So
You're speaking in Russian with him, obviously. Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
and I made a very strange decision. Just go to Mariupol.
This is daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
It's Oleksiy not alone. There is also like 3 drivers.
Yeah, three other. I mean,
Three other cars?
Yes, 3 other
Yeah.
cars. I mean, from Zaporizhia, it was like 60 cars who was
Going to rescue.
Mariupol. Yes,
Yeah.
but after first checkpoints, stayed just 30 cars, and after a while, it was less and less. So
Because
Mariupol,
the people get captured, or they were...
People afraid.
some people afraid
yeah.
and come back. Some people get captured. Some people just, I don't know. I don't know what happened with other people.
3 out of 60 made it this far.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
now you
just,
turn...
Just 3 cars made this trip,
Shit.
and my decision was go to the fields because
Across the fields.
Yes, it was like how it's called, like dirty roads.
Dirt roads, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, yes, I come back from the checkpoint, 500 miles, 500 meters away, and I see like very small dirty road, but it was a small hill, so I couldn't pass in my car. I was taking away some stones, and exactly this time Russian truck passing by. I don't know. I just get lucky that I wasn't get.
You were moving
killed.
stones to
Yes,
clear a path,
to clear my
and
way.
because of that, the Russian truck couldn't see you.
Yes, yes. I don't know why they didn't stop. I just maybe get luck. Maybe they, I don't know. And after this, I came to. I went to this dirty road. I came to
No, sure.
cemetery, and from this cemetery I came to Mariupol. And when the first
And as was you driving through this, like, was it?
yes, I saw a mine.
Means. Это и будут мины, по-моему.
Yes, I saw a lot of mines by my way. I was trying to like
Dodge.
Yes, dodge them. And when I came to Mariupol, in the Mariupol, it's also like a lot of checkpoints. But I couldn't say that I came from Zaporizhia because I'm going to be captured. I said that I came to Stary Krim. It's a like very very close town to Mariupol. It's very very close.
Village.
It's actually like a territory of Mariupol. So I said to them like I came to Stary Krim. So that's why I came. Yes.
Still in the same territory.
Yes.
Really. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So I was already inside of Mariupol. So at that time I knew that I can't go to my apartments because it's already burned everything. It's not possible to leave completely. So I came to my
Relationship.
Yes.
We think that if the Oleksiy parents is still alive, they came to the relationship. It's like
Cousins or-
uncle.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
uncle, yeah.
My father's cousins.
Yeah.
I came. I leave my car not so far away because I knew that it's very hard to drive in the car because I can destroy my car. So, and I knew that exactly in this time I can't drive in the car in Mariupol because it's right now they're shooting everything because it's like a lot of military. A lot
They're
of
shooting
soldiers.
everything.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
So I leave my car. I start walking, and I met my brother's wife, moms, and she said to me, "Don't drive, because it's gonna be 2 tanks, and they can shoot you. So just walk." I was walking. Yes, I passed through this checkpoint, and I found out I found my parents.
You saw them, just ran into them.
Yes, yes, and they didn't expect to see me because for this time they get older for 20 years at least, like their faces. My fathers even didn't recognize me. So he was completely.
He couldn't see.
Yes, I mean he couldn't see, and he was in a shock for this period of time. So they were very starving. They had nothing to eat. And yes, of course, when they saw me, they were completely in a crying. And yeah, I mean, I barely could recognize them because they looked another. Yes, and after a while I said to them, okay, we're gonna go to Zaporizhia. I also met some people who was passing by some messages to other people who live in a Ukrainian territory because they have no connection at all. Even Russian soldiers, because when I passing by some checkpoints, even Russian soldiers asked to me like what's going on, like everything, and a lot of people inside the Mariupol asked to me like what's going on in Dnipro, what's going on in Odessa, because they have already fake news in Mariupol that
Everything else was.
yes, like everything is already under Russian and something like that. But I told them no, it's Ukrainian territory. And this Russian soldier was actually from Dnipro. He was born in Dnipro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a small conversation with him, like, and I feel that he doesn't wanna this war. He was different from others.
You felt sorry or something.
Yeah, he felt like kind of sorry, and I feel like he doesn't wanna continue this war. But maybe he has no choice. I don't know.
So
Yeah.
how did you got your parents out? Was that difficult to get through the checkpoints?
It was a difficult, yes, because I knew that a couple days ago, in a like neighbors of my relatives, they were trying to get out from Mariupol, and they get shot by Russians because driver said something wrong. I don't know what happened, but they're shooting. They take off their cars, and yeah. So it's a true story. So I was also like very worrying about this. But in that case, I have a lot of cigarettes in my car, which I bought in Dnipro city. I have a lot of waters, so every time I was giving to Russian soldiers
And they would let you.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were getting like more soft to me sometimes. And actually, the most dangerous people in my way, it's called Kadyrovцы from Chechnya.
Oh,
These people is very, very difficult. It's a very, very dangerous people because even when I was passing by one checkpoint, the guy from Chechnya, he told me like, okay, if I'm gonna find something, some restrict things, or maybe in my phone or somewhere else, I'm gonna shoot you. It's a like regular conversation for them. So it was a hard.
But you gave them cigarettes as well. Did that work?
Yeah, of course. But yeah, for them it doesn't work for them.
They still might shoot you.
Yes. So they were checking my phone almost 1 hour to find any bad news about Russia.
They're like going deep into your
Yes, very deep.
photos and Facebook and.
Yes, everything.
Did you and you don't answer this if you don't think you should, but did you ever have to say any bullshit to them, like lie to them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I said bullshit to them when I coming back from Mariupol because they told me every time like turn left and go to Crimea, turn right and go to Donetsk. I said to them like, okay guys, I know that if I'm gonna turn left right now, it's gonna be very, very bad road. I'm gonna turn later. So that's why I was passing.
They were trying almost.
I'm trying to.
They were trying to bring you back.
Yes, of course.
Wow. And so you brought. What day did you get back to Dnipro with your parents?
31st of March.
And what day did you first set out? Was the 21st when you?
Yes.
This is a 10-day
Yes.
saga.
Yes.
With 2 trips you took.
Yes.
Your city is destroyed.
Yeah,
It's
completely
gone.
destroyed. It's gone.
Mariupol, people will be talking about it for a long time because of the bravery of the people and the horrible things that have happened there. So, yeah, well, thank you. Thanks to Tanya and Oleksiy, and good evening from Dnipro. Slava Ukrainian.
Thank you a lot for sharing this.
Yeah.